In June 2006, I set out from my home in the UK on a journey that would change the course of my life. I'm Dominic, and I pedaled from the top of Alaska, alone on a tandem bicycle, nearly 20,000 miles to the tip of South America, inviting random strangers to take a seat and share the ride. More than 270 people joined me on my 2-year journey. One of them was Ernie Greenwald from Lompoc, California. It had always been his dream 40 years ago to cycle across the country, across the States. Finding we had a dream in common, we hatched a plan to cycle from Los Angeles, California, over 4,000 miles to New York.
How many men of my age get a chance to go out and have a great adventure?
After my journey, 2 years later, once I'd reached the bottom of Argentina, I set about trying to make that dream come true. Ernie was 73 years old and suffered from lymphocytic leukemia, so he couldn't just ride any bike over such a long distance. So I sourced and tested the perfect machine, a semi-recumbent tandem bike that allowed him to travel in relative comfort and me to take up the slack when necessary.
I'm looking forward to seeing the country that I've lived in for 70+ years and never really seen. I've never been one to take vacations or car trips or travel. And, you know, you mentioned that we'll probably go through or by the Grand Canyon. I've never seen the Grand Canyon. It's so foolish. Two weeks ago, we visited Ernie in hospital, and he had taken a bit of a turn for the worse. After a little dose of chemotherapy, which was designed to set him right for the road, he had not only contracted a respiratory illness, they'd found that he also had stage 1 prostate cancer. In order to have a chance at beating the cancer, Ernie needed further treatment that would keep him at home. Had every reason to believe we'd be able to do it.
The emergence of Ernie's second cancer destroyed the dream we'd fostered together. He was no longer strong enough to make the journey. The last thing Ernie wanted was for the cross-country journey to die a death. We had a bike suitable for weak or impaired companions. We had a support vehicle and crew.
Y mi amigo me invita a esta nueva aventura en donde me pide que lo acompañe en el trayecto, ya sea logística, manejando o haciendo tomas.
I decided to hop on and be a publicist, manager, co-producer.
All we needed was someone to ride in Ernie's place. What we did was divided the journey, drew a line on a map and divided the journey into 8 or 10 legs, and started trawling the country for interested, impaired or disabled people to jump on. We had Ernie's blessing to start the journey without him, but with so little time before our departure date, it seemed unlikely that anyone, let alone someone with an impairment, would want to step up for the challenge.
We're really on for the pressure because we were supposed to leave last week and we didn't due to Ernie's complications. And now we set a deadline for the Saturday, and it's late afternoon, approximately 5 p.m. on Thursday, and we still don't have anybody. Our dream is slowly fading away before our eyes, and so I literally am on Facebook reaching out to anybody and everybody who might be interested in taking up this first leg of the journey.
Got everything we need, Ziploc bags, enough food to feed a small army. All we're waiting for now is our first companion. But just as we were losing hope, we received a phone call from 31-year-old Ryan Maybe, willing to take a seat on the first leg of our journey to Las Vegas, Nevada. We found our first companion, Ryan. Actually from Salt Lake City, is coming down to get to LA tonight. He doesn't really get the opportunity to go camping and do adventures, which he loves apparently, so says his mother, who put him on a bus this morning, armed with a a water bottle and a sleeping bag, we set off from Santa Monica Pier and head east. Having never met Ryan before, we found out from his mother that a car accident in 2006 left him with a traumatic brain injury. Damage to the brain hardwiring makes it difficult for Ryan to do most things, including walk and talk. As for cycling, I had no idea what to expect.
I think you're in for it. But
Oh, I know I'm in for it. I know I am. But it doesn't matter. I'm so excited.
That's right. That's what the
My name is Ryan Mabey. I'm born in Salt Lake City, Utah. Basically, in 2006, drove off the I-5 California and spent the next month in a coma in Mission Viejo. And when I came out of my coma, basically had to learn how to walk again. I didn't want to be a gimp. The only way you can do it is you have to get up and move. I got up and moved. We are about to start our voyage, and it's going to be cool. We're going to Vegas. We're at Santa Monica Pier right now. I'm riding tandem on the coolest bike. I'm on the front of that. It's going to go off. I'm so excited, Dom.
But there was one element beyond our control that would make his journey complete.
I'm hoping while we're in the desert, we get to see some UFOs.
It is 9:45 on the 5th of July, and we're heading out. I'm amazed it's not already too hot to be standing out here, but as it is, it's cool and drizzling. So it's making this Englishman feel at home. 48 hours after nearly losing all hope, with Ernie in our thoughts, our dream was becoming a reality thanks to Ryan, who for the first time since his accident was heading back out on the road.
So is your right side or your left side more?
My right.
Your right's the more problematic.
I have a neurologic twitch on the right side of my body, and basically affects everything. Writing, typing. People immediately assume I'm intoxicated because I have double vision. I see two pictures, and it makes it hard. And I do also talk with a little bit of intoxicating slur. I don't get it, but I had to learn how to talk again, and it's still hard. And I can hear you really well.
Yeah, well, that's the great thing. I'm talking right.
The unique setup of my tandem meant it was easy to talk and get to know each other while we pedaled. In the years before Ryan's accident, and before he had to learn how to walk and talk again, he was no stranger to adventures closer to home.
I've spent a lot of time in the desert, in Salt Lake, the West Desert, go out there and shoot guns or go camping and look for UFOs, just stuff like that.
Only a few miles out from Santa Monica Pier, we were joined by two more riders. Scott, who had lost his leg in a logging accident and since become a Paralympic athlete, and Aaron, who was defying the odds by fighting his way back from complete paralysis.
I broke my neck 11 years ago. I raced professional motocross, and one day just had an accident, and I was paralyzed from the neck down. I broke C456. Here's the scar. Couldn't move a muscle from below my neck. Doctors gave me a 1 in a million chance of ever feeding myself again.
Despite the odds being stacked heavily against him, Aaron fought hard to recover.
How's this pace? Pretty steady?
And fortunately, the recovery has progressed. And I started riding my own bike. In 2008, rode from San Francisco to DC. So we're on the same path, man. We're riding cross country, and we're loving it and living it and sharing it.
Scott and Aaron left us that afternoon, but thanks to their encouragement, the first leg of our journey had well and truly grown wheels. We escaped LA and headed into the desert, while Ryan got accustomed to life in the saddle.
I feel so amazing right now. My legs, everything. I don't feel overexerted, but I definitely had the best workout of my life. here we are in the desert, and it is beautiful.
I shared Ryan's enthusiasm for the desert, but I was anxious about one thing. July is not a good month to be in Death Valley. Temperatures regularly hit 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and shade is sparse. So far though, Ryan and I were making a good team, and Nadia and Alonso, who took it in turns to drive or pedal another bicycle, were providing a vital supply line to food and water in the support vehicle.
The leather seat in my car has gotten so boiling, I was unable to sit on it for a little bit.
The first day was hard. Second day was pretty tough too. By the third day, he was starting to really get the hang of it, but his knees had blown out a little bit. The fourth day and today, he's actually been cooking on gas, pretty much, and he has a real problem with a neurological twitch on the right side of his body, and I feel like he's controlling it better actually on the bike, which is really good. Or when he gets tired, it gets worse, but it really isn't getting as bad as it was, despite the absolutely suffocating heat out here. It was 105 degrees today. We've got 2 days of Death Valley desert, and that's kind of what Ryan said he was looking forward to the most, so let's hope it doesn't burn us to a crisp.
What do I think of the day? I think, man, what a day. I haven't had a day like this before in my life.
Ryan survived his first night in Death Valley, albeit a little disappointed he'd not seen a single UFO.
I woke up saturated in sweat. You could have wrung my sheets out. They were that wet. You were snoring quite impressively.
I'm sure I was. That's what I do in the desert.
This is Death Valley.
Death Valley.
How are you feeling after 5 days on the road?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Dom, this, by far, easily has been the best camping trip of my life. Without a doubt.
There aren't very many people that either get the opportunity or are stupid enough to cycle through this valley, Death Valley, in the middle of summer on a bicycle. Welcome to the club. That's a lot of temperature. That better?
Yeah. Much better.
The temperature peaked at 125 degrees Fahrenheit, and although it didn't get much cooler, it did feel like Death Valley was losing its grip on us.
Yeah, I didn't quite know what to expect, from everybody. And, as this trip slowly progressed, I found I have, related with, each one of you in different ways, different times, and it's become, this is an experience I will never forget. It's taught me so much about myself.
Excellent. I'm very happy to hear it.
The problem, Dom, is, with my Twitch, these are problems I'm gonna have the rest of my life, and I do the best job I can at hiding them. I find that it's better to say thank you before the ride is over. So thank you. Means a lot. A lot.
This is the last part of Death Valley. We're getting hot. Ryan's there psyching himself up for the last hill.
During our weeks riding together, Ryan let me into a small part of his world. From the moment in 2006, when he woke up from a coma, his biggest challenge would not be to learn to walk again, or even to learn to talk again. It would be the challenge of fitting into society. But with us, for a few short days, Ryan was just one of the team, working through challenges together and making the most of everything that came our way.
Cannot believe I lived so close to this my entire life. I have never seen it, haven't felt it, have not experienced it. This is one of the most beautiful places on planet Earth. Everything is perfect right now, everything.
The first leg of this cross-country adventure put us both to the test. But for Ryan, whose biggest challenge is everyday life, this 400-mile journey was one of the best vacations ever.
How about some lemonade and homemade cake?
After a night out in Vegas together, it was time for Ryan to return home. Feeling confident about the road ahead, I pedaled across town to meet our second companion.
Ryan helped prove that this idea to take impaired or disabled people across the States actually can work. With Carlos, he'll be on the bike for, I'd say, about 2 weeks to get us to Salt Lake City.
My name is Carlos Terrazas. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, raised here. I was actually born in Juarez, Mexico. As far as my vision goes, I've had the same amount of vision since I was born. I'm legally blind. I have no vision in my right eye whatsoever, partial on the left, and that's fine with me just because that's what I was born with and that's what I know. I'm also right now, coincidentally, doing some triathlon training of my own, and it's been going great. Ever since January I've been doing that, and that's kind of, I guess, one of the reasons I was also really eager to do this, since that's kind of gotten me into pretty good shape, I would say.
He said he's gonna be sitting on a bike, he's gonna be talking a mile a minute and having fun. He's gonna enjoy himself, I'm sure.
It sounds like he's gonna be able to pedal a mile a minute too.
Oh yeah, he'll do that.
I will say I'm just curious. I have been wondering, like, just how tough it's really gonna be, because ever since I've told my parents about this, like my dad especially has been reminding me, like kind of, I don't know, almost trying to psych me out, but it seems like it, but probably, I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to put things in perspective for him, but I didn't scare him.
Carlos's father was right to be concerned. With the soaring heat of midsummer, we had a grueling trip ahead of us.
I know that there's a little trepidation in it. He's a little bit wondering how it's all going to turn out and how things are going to work, but he's not letting his fears stop him, and he's persevering, and there's a lesson for all of us to learn on that you know, we all have challenges, we all face different things that can hold us back, and we just need to plow ahead, push through our challenges, and do the things that we need to do.
Carlos's triathlon aspirations had got as far as swimming and running. This was the beginning of his cycling training, as we headed back out into the desert to start the second leg of our cross-country adventure. Over 500 miles pedaling to Salt Lake City, Utah.
How's the bike shaping up for you?
Very nice.
Excellent. You enjoying yourself?
Yes. It's awesome.
While Carlos only has 10% vision and only in one eye, he was still able to take in the landscape around us.
mean, I can see, you know, all far out there, you know, that distant hill right about there. I'm trying to, like, you know, outline it with my finger, and then, you know, up ahead it looks pretty flat right now, at least from where we're at, and then I think like 2 more hills up there on the left, way up ahead on the left.
It didn't take long to realize that it was even hotter here than it had been in Death Valley with Ryan. We began to drink more water, and we were constantly on the lookout for somewhere to swim and cool off.
Carlos got very refreshed, which is a very, very good news for tomorrow. Hopefully we will cycle well and hard and for a long time, because it's going to be hot again, I'm sure. I'm definitely going to put in the effort just to get the next like 2-3 days to keep moving on our path, just to the closer we get to Salt Lake, and the sooner we do it, the sooner we'll get out of this hot weather. So that right there is kind of some pretty big motivation for me, I'd say.
In the next episode, Carlos and I keep Ernie's legacy alive, cycling through the hottest weather I'd ever experienced.
First flat tire in over 500 miles. A record-breaking 133 degrees Fahrenheit.
That smell of rotting animals.
I know.